guys, I am back with another video y'all, I have a gnat in here. Stop pissing me off. This is a video which is gonna go over how I started powerlifting, um, what are my goals for the rest of 2023, and what the future looks like. So I'm gonna do a get ready with me. I'm not going nowhere besides work later, but I'm going to do some light makeup and then I'm going to run some errands and stuff before that. So let's get started. So y'all know I can't see. I'm going in with the primer. But so how I started my fitness journey, how I started powerlifting. So I think it was 2021 when I decided like this is just not giving. Why's my eye water? I was like, this is not giving. I went to the chiropractor, I think, and I was like, I'm just having back pain and stuff like that. So she she adjusted me, and then when I went home, I noticed that I had like a really big like skin thing on my back, and I was like, I never noticed this because I was fat. I mean, I still am, but I have muscle as well, so I'll just say that. But I was like, I never noticed this because I was bigger. So it sort of, it was just a wake up call. I was like, what if it was something wrong with me, but I didn't know because I couldn't see back there because of how my back was. And it humbled me completely. So I decided right then and there, like I was getting in the gym, like it did not matter. Hold on. Put my mirror right here. I was like, I'm getting in the gym. I don't care what it takes, really. And I just gotta lose some weight because this is just not it. And this was during COVID. This was after um this was after me going to a depression, me eating a lot, me being isolated, and a lot of other factors that led to this. But at my highest, I was, I think, 280 pounds. And at my lowest I've ever been, when, like, since I've started tracking, was 203. So I was fine at that weight. Like, I was fine. But 280 pounds is a lot to, carry with you, especially as a 5'4" woman. So it was a lot for me to handle, and it lit a fire in me. And I don't think that I've ever told anybody my reason. Like, my reason is because I looked at myself and I was like, fuck. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you you get comfortable because you have people still validating you, and that's fine. But if you're not comfortable with yourself and you're just seeking out that external validation, you're not gonna like yourself when you're not in a spotlight. And I was just like, it's not giving. Like, it's not. So I decided right then and there, like, I was going to start going to the gym. And that's what I did. And when I started, just like everybody else, I did cardio. But I have a friend, she does weightlifting, and she was like, you should do weightlifting more because that's what, really helps. So I would do my cardio first, like everybody else does. And then I would do my little bit of weightlifting. And when I went in there, I didn't know what I was doing. But you're still showing up, so that's just the main thing. Like, you're showing up for the gym, you're trying to better yourself. And that's what I did for a while. I would go in there, I would walk on a treadmill, I would lift my weights. I became obsessed with all fitness content that I could think of. And I would just look up, like, what should I do? And like, y'all, when I first started, it's like you just go to the most craziest places to sort of get your fitness stuff, like Pinterest workouts and stuff like that. Not saying those don't work, but in the end, they're not, like, it did help me, but basically what I started doing was weightlifting at the end. But before that, I did the treadmill, stairmaster. No, not stairmaster. I did the treadmill. I did the elliptical. I did sprints. Then I did like abs, stuff like that. And then I started incorporating weightlifting because I was like, yes, I want to lose weight, but if I want it to look good and not just like flab when it comes off, I have to do weights. And I realized that I liked it. So I continued to do it, and after a while I just started following a program. I don't know whose was the first program that I bought, but I know that I bought one and I followed that. And I did that for about a year straight. And y'all, when I tell you, I was going to Planet Fitness for that whole year, and I really built my numbers up there because I stayed consistent. I went 4 times out the week, maybe even 5, because I became obsessive over it. And that's how you, I don't like this. And that's how you grow. You become obsessive over your goals. And that's what I did. And um I got really, like, I progressed a lot at Planet Fitness. So when people say that like that's like a shitty gym, I just look at them like, it may be shitty, but you can start there, um, and you can still reach your goals. Um, and I think I locked in with the eating as well. So I'll say I don't know how much weight I lost in that first year, but I was just liking the fitness. So even if I didn't lose as much weight as I thought I would have, it still propelled me in staying consistent and tracking it with the app because I use Fitbod. That was my main app that I used, and I used Planet Fitness's app to track how much I was going, and that just kept me going because it's like I'm gonna keep doing my streak. So I did that. But like I was saying, I stayed at Planet Fitness for a while, and I really matured in the weight section. Like, the form wasn't great at first, but as you progress and as you talk to other people in the gym, you do better. So at around the end of my Planet Fitness journey, I'll say I was there for a year and a half. I was like, I think I want to do more than just, Smith machines and stuff like that. So I decided to get another gym membership. And at this time is when I began to like powerlifting. I was already lifting 2 plates on the Smith machine. What's that? 90, 180, 180 to 200 on the Smith machine. Um Bench press, I was already hitting 125 on the Smith machine, y'all. So it's different. Form was trash, no arch or anything. Leg press, I was doing 4 or 5 plates. Um, what else? Deadlifts, I was doing 2 plates on the Smith machine, maybe 3, but I could only do so much. So I wanted to basically change so I could do more because I knew I had more potential in me. So I wanted to continue it. But as still a newbie in the gym, and someone who is not skinny, I was scared to start a new gym. So I put it off for a while. I was like, I'm just not ready yet. I just don't feel like meeting new people, because once you join a gym, you really like become part of a gym community. And I did that. Like, I would go in at maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, and I would just see my people in there, and we would talk, and like it was like a few people in there like, we see you, you're doing good, like keep up the good work. And yo, I just really progressed in there. So I don't want anybody to think that you can't do anything at Planet Fitness. So the next chapter, powerlifting. Powerlifting happened at Planet Fitness, but then I began to like start to scope out other gyms. So I saw this gym which was close to my work, the first one. I went in there, toured, and I got like a free assessment, because you know most gyms with free weights, they do like a personal training thing where they try to get that money. So I did one, and when I talked to the trainer, I told him like my goals, but I could tell he was like one of those trainers that's for older people. So I was like I want a trainer so I can progress with my lifts, but he don't look like he like no like it's just hard being plus size and trying to find somebody who's not all about losing the weight. Like, yes, I want to lose weight, but I want to lift weights too. Like, I'm a power lifter. So that was my thing. I was like, bro, I'm a power lifter. Like, get together. But anyways, so I found my new gym, and what happened? I found my new gym, and I finally bought my membership. And on the first way, I did free weight squats. If I find the video, I'm gonna insert it here. And as you can see, like I bailed if I put the video in there. But the first day on squats is way different than Smith machines, because you have to have that core stability. So the first set, I definitely bailed. I started with the bar, and it just didn't go well. But then I like tried again. I found my balance, and then I was, you know, that jump started, and I just kept going back. And it was good because it was free weights. I could do deadlifts. I did 225 with what? With the barbell, like pretty soon into my transition there. So deadlifts were always going well because it's a pulling movement. But my push movements, my bench and my squat, they did not translate as much. My squat was still okay, but I just had to work on my balance and form, and my bench. I just started from scratch because that's just a whole different monster. So that was something that I had to get used to. And then after a while, my first, because now I remember I was following programs on the Fitbod app that I had. So I did that for a while at Planet Fitness and now at the Fitness Connection, because they have different plans. It's like Olympic lifting, powerlifting, bodybuilding, or just like full body circuits, things like that. They have different programs, and you just input your maxes and follow it. So I just followed it. I'm like, this is helping me, so I'm going to use it. Yeah, that was something out there. But I was like, this is helping me, so I'm going to use it. And I used that for a while. And this is year 2 into my fitness journey. And I'm at Fitness Connection. Yeah. And this is where I finally I'm following all my fitness influencers. I'm getting better. After probably like 4 month, like 3, 4 months, I finally buy Mitri's power building program. And that humbled me for sure, but I did it. I just modified it some days because I was still in college. I think I was still working two jobs, so um I had to modify it to work with my schedule. So I did that, and I'm thinking ponytails today. I did that, and what else? I started following his program. It's just power building. I think it's like a 16, it's either like an 8 week program or it's a 16 week program. And I started following it, and y'all, I will say like that, like you you learn a lot with this program because it's power building. So yes, you do heavy singles, heavy triples, fives, but you also do hypertrophy, and you do a lot of reps. So all of my accessories were high. Like some days I was in there for 2 hours, but I would cut things that I didn't think was as needed as others if I had a time crunch or I was superset. And I did his program for a while. I'll say like I ran it maybe 3 or 4, maybe 5 times before I was like, okay, I like this program, but I need some variety. Like, I need something different. And this is probably at the end of 2020. No, this is in the middle of 2020. I did it like, I say June, July. Don't quote me on it. But then I was like, okay, I need to find something else because like this is cool, but I want to do powerlifting. I like power building, but I want to do powerlifting now because I like after I finished Mitri's, I think my squat was in the 200s. My bench was at like 95, 115. And my deadlift it was at 225, 250, one of those. Maybe probably 225. So I was like, I want to do powerlifting so I can really focus on my strength. And so I started doing that, and I found the Candido program, and it's a 6 week strength program. I used the app Boost Camp, and um I inputted my maxes at the time, and I don't know what they were, but that program is a 6 week strength program. Squat and deadlift on the same day, bench, and then you do squat and deadlift bench. But like the first 2 weeks is hypertrophy, um, building up that base so when you do your heavy, you know, fours, five, sixes, triples, it's easier for you. But the first 2 weeks are hell. I mean, hell, if you're not used to squatting and deadlifting in the same day and putting in the work um, to do that. And with the first 2 weeks, you also do accessories. You can pick your own. You pick two for squat and deadlift and two for bench. But you have other stuff that comes with the bench, like lat pull downs, pull ups, rows. You just pick which variation, and it lets you do that in the app. But you pick your two accessories, and then you just go with them for your 6 weeks, and you can change them week to week. And that's what I used to do when I first started. Um, but then after a while, I began to, just stick to the same one so I can strengthen it in this 6 weeks, and then the next time I would run it, I would do some other ones or just do one similar to it. So it was like the same movement, but with a different variation. So with the Candido program is when like my stuff started to blow. Like I mean, I still run the program now. I've been running it for I don't know, I say almost a year. Almost a year. You do the 6 weeks, you can either deload, PR, and then reset, or just deload, take the number, your projected 1 rep max, and then just start your week one and minus the accessory so you can, give your body time because it's a quick program. Um, and that's how I really got into powerlifting and where I am now. So with the Candida program, it's not bad at all. Like I actually really like it. And it's really built me to the powerlifter that I am now. I still consider myself a newbie lifter because I have not competed. Um, and yeah, but that is where I am currently with my lifting. And for the people who do not follow me and who are new, um, my last numbers in 2022 were 265 on squat, um 315 deadlift, and 135, 155 on bench. My goals were 315 on squat, 175 on bench, and 345 to 375 on deadlift. And I've reached those goals. So I'm currently just in the next phase of my goals. And it's like, okay, but what are you doing now? What is your why for going in the gym? What do you want to do with yourself now? And so that's where I'm at. And so I'm still figuring that out. And I'll say right now, the things I'm focusing on is just continuing to push myself and, you know, just go back to how I was, I'll say earlier this year before I moved back home. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get back to. That's when I was in school and I worked overnight, and that's when I was the most toned ever. Like I was locked in with my nutrition, with my lifting. I had to be working night shift, going to class, working my two jobs. Like it was stressful. But then when I moved back home, I could not meal prep how I wanted to. I couldn't do things like that. So I had to, eat out, like try to eat out healthy, but you know um try to get what's convenient as well because I was traveling an hour and a half to my internship. I was staying with my family. I couldn't cook, so I would have to buy pre-made stuff, but y'all know that cost a lot to buy pre-made, meals and things like that to really keep up with it. And I was still going to the gym consistently, but my eating was not, combined with it. So yes, I'm still hitting my numbers, but my body's not, oh my goodness, my body's not um doing what I want it to do. But before that it was. So I did gain some of my weight back. So now currently my goal is to So currently my goal is to, actually recomp, lose some weight, and, continue my powerlifting and maybe do a competition within the next year or so. Because I'll be done with school and in my career, so I'll have more flexibility since I don't have to worry about, school. I'll just be in my full-time career once I get a job, and I'll be able to, you know, manage that. So that's where I am. And what else was I trying to say? So yeah, we talked about why I started, the background of me, my fitness journey, how I began powerlifting, and where I am now. But like I said, now I just want to body recomp, and I want to work on um my physical ailments, because I don't think I told some people, but I do have lordosis. I have lordosis, and due to me I think not looking up, I feel like my neck is starting to shift downward. So I'm just gonna work on rehabbing my back, um, strengthening those things, and also working on my glute muscles as well, because my weak glutes have really contributed to my lower back pain, tight hamstrings, and just overall, what's the word, discomfort. So when I work through these things, it'll translate into my training. And I've been putting it off because I just want to do powerlifting, but I can't do powerlifting greatly and efficiently if I don't work on those things. So body recomp, why did I say it twice? Body recomposition, working on my physical ailments, getting my nutrition right, and just seeing what the goals for my lifting is. And that's to do at least one competition in 2024 and just get it out of the way so I can stop being scared of, like me not doing well. Like, just do it for fun. You're already doing it in the gym, so it's like, just go ahead and do it. So that's what I plan to do within the next years or so. But I think that's it for now, y'all. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask me in the comments. I don't mind answering them. And I think that's it. I finished this way earlier than I thought because I planned to do like a longer video, but I guess that it didn't get to that, but it's fine. But yeah, I think that's it, and I will see y'all on the next one.